I love shapes. They can be silly and scary and sexy and sacred? Yeah, that's right. I'm finally saying what the rest of you are too afraid to say. Shapes are beautiful. Shapes can be gods. It's true! And today I'm gonna prove it to you. My very first shape character was the Wind Dragon of Ra from...
It's the big gold chicken that's also a dragon.
And sometimes a phoenix.
What else is it? It's a circle.
There are two other Egyptian gods, but neither of them have the ball transformation skills that Ra has.
Why could this one turn into like a weird Jenga ball? I don't know. Maybe to look like the sun. It's unknowable. And it was my first exposure to how
divine
shapes could be. Next up,
Ramiel from Evangelion.
she is a luscious diamond. She does this big scream thing.
Did you see that? Ramiel made that mountain look like a total bitch.
She's this big imposing figure and it's like, what the fuck is that? Why is that here? That came from space? The fuck's going on in space if they're sending diamonds over here?
Wait, what's that? The winged dragon of Ra isn't actually Ra himself, but just a winged dragon that belongs to Ra? Oh, well that's unfortunate, but you know what kind of card the winged dragon of Ra's from, don't ya?
That Egyptian god card!
Ramiel is an angel, might as well be a god. But you know who else is definitely a god, and is also a shape, and is cousin to the voluptuous diamond that is Ramiel, is Skinny Queen, Leviathan.
From Hellraiser.
It's smooth, it's gorgeous. What the fuck is it doing? Why is it doing this?
Why is its goal to make people hurt each other until they're like, you know what, maybe it's not that bad?
It puts boxes out in the world that have chains in them. What's the motivation here? It's unknowable. Why does it care? Can it care? Is this just what it does? Is it a universal constant? It's unknowable.
Guess what? I've even got a bonus shape for you. This time, instead of a god taking the form of some basic shape, we've got a god using a basic shape that is very scary to freak out a dude he has a crush on.
Interesting, isn't it? Not a he, not a she. Not like anything you've ever seen.
We got Q, who is basically a god, the main enemy of the intrepid crew of the Enterprise. They're so cool. They're not afraid of Q. They're not afraid of gods. They're the Enterprise, baby. But you know what does scare the Enterprise? You know what Q does use to scare the crew? A cube. A big scary cube.
And the cube is a ship used by the Borg. From Star Trek. About a year ago, I tried to build my own Borg cube from scratch at home, but the project got scrapped early on.
Their ship is biomechanical. There's weird cyborg babies. How does the metal repair itself?
It's unknowable.
I love these things. I went as one of them for Halloween this year.
because despite my past failures, I remain ever loyal to the collective.
The Borg are very scary. Just like Ramiel, just like Leviathan, just like, I guess, the Winged Dragon of Ra, who's really only there because I remembered it was a shape. What I'm getting at here
is that I think it's awesome how these franchises use basic shapes to represent these supernatural beings. It's the juxtaposition of something so simple being used to represent something so complex and otherworldly. If you'll allow me to get hippy-dippy for a second, maybe they aren't even like that. Maybe our brains just aren't built to comprehend the beauty and grace of their divinity. This video essay turned into more of a shitpost than essay, but I gotta get more content out. The normal stuff that I put out takes a long time to edit, so I figured I'd try something new. Oh, and Neon Thunder 3261, if you're still watching, I'm gonna be putting out that Exarcoon video pretty quick here, so stay tuned. They're so ambiguous and androgynous, except for the chicken, which is a woman.